Cancer Rising's December 2022 has a very exciting new relationship possibly on the horizon, specifically nearing the end of the month. If you're excited to dive into how this December 2022, the last rising sign video of this year, is going to play out in your life, do make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're always updated for what the stars have in store for you. If you're new here, welcome, I'm Maren. In this video, I'm using the tropical zodiac and whole sign houses as I'm using Western astrology techniques, particularly ancient Hellenistic. And if you would like to look into my courses or reading availability, I will have those linked down below. Might be booked up, might not be open right now, but I will have things that you can check into if you'd like to learn more. So on the 1st to the 2nd, Mercury will be in your 6th house, squaring Neptune in your 9th house. There's a lot of focus early on this month in your 6th house of physical health, coworkers, and pets. There's a lot of activity happening there. So it seems like there's some confusion troubling that from higher goals like education or travel. There's confusion on what you're achieving long-term with education or travel that is making it difficult to focus on this day-to-day labor or work that you're doing around others, around managing others in your workspace, or around your physical health and how to prioritize for it. Then on the 1st, Venus in your 6th house will oppose Mars in your 12th house. There seems to be, though you're, focusing on your physical health and you are doing well with coworkers, like that's a priority, there's some tension with your mental health or intuition in regards to what you're doing. Like you feel like internally there's a pull to stop or some conflict of interest that's going on there. Then on the 4th, Venus in your 6th house will score Neptune in your 9th house. This shows that things could seem too good to be true. There's lack of clarity, there's lack of insight, and you're not sure what's going on. Too good to be true is a good way to describe it because you're like, is this horrible or is this going to work out in this way? Getting your hopes up, probably not a good thing right now. On the 7th, we have a full moon in Gemini, and this is a pretty aggressive full moon. It's conjunct Mars exactly. This is happening in your 12th house of mental health and behind the scenes spiritual energy. So I would watch out around the 7th for any particularly aggressive thoughts, some difficult mental health aspects. Could also be you having a final straw with something you've been struggling with and demanding that you then seek help, seek some support, or seek an ending to something that's been mentally troubling you. Then on the 9th, Venus enters your Capricorn 7th house. This is starting a series of really positive transits to your 7th house of committed relationships and partnerships. Now, the 7th house is not always romantic. It's actually doesn't really imply romance. But if you are talking to someone, if there's someone that is lightheartedly in your life, this could show that things become more serious. There has to be some kind of relationship that's becoming more serious. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but it does look fairly nice for that area of your life. And usually with the 7th house, it will be romantic because that's the kind of thing that we become more serious with. Then on the 14th to the 15th, the sun in your 6th house will square Neptune in your 9th house. So like I said earlier with the 6th house, it's either coworkers or health. It is grinding, like doing day-to-day work, or it can also be managing your day-to-day health. That is being confused by your long-term goals. You're not sure where things are ending up and you feel confused. On the 17th to the 18th, Mercury in your 7th house will trine Uranus in your 11th house. This is a great transit of showing that friends and people that you're surrounding yourself with are suddenly helping you communicate with this new person. Like you're in the right place at the right time around the right people who are helping you talk to this person. Then on the 20th, Jupiter re-enters your Aries 10th house. So Jupiter is planet of expansion, planet of growth, and it was in your Aries 10th house over the summer, showing that career and professional world were really expanding. It will now re-enter and be there for the beginning part of 2023 for the first few months. This is really, really positive for increasing your success and career and that expanding as well to start off the new year. Then on the 21st to the 22nd, the sun in your Capricorn 7th house will square Jupiter in your Aries 10th house. This is really positive for showing that your partner is likely helping accelerate your career, and it could be that your partnership that's growing is a career partnership, but it does connect partner and career in a really positive way. On the 22nd, Venus in your 7th house will trine Uranus in your 11th house. So values and getting along well with your partner is being helped out by this sudden support system, by this sudden group of people that are really assisting you. And on the 23rd, there is a new moon in your Capricorn 7th house. Now, this new moon is beautiful. It is very grounded, very business oriented, very worldly, but it's in your 7th house of committed relationships. Like you might be partnering up with someone on something that's very tangible and business oriented, or you and your room, like if you're romantically involved with this person, it's like a partner in crime thing. Like the song Demolition Lovers by My Chemical Romance comes to mind. It's one of my favorite songs ever. And like seems very up that alley, just FYI. Then on the 29th, Mercury will station retrograde in your 7th house. Mercury retrogrades are more of minor inconveniences than they are a big deal, but it does show that there might be some communication or travel logistics issues with this person. And finally, on the 31st, Venus does conjoin Pluto in your 7th house. Venus is love and value. Pluto is intensity and like crisis. So this can show very, very intense, very like love-hate relationship dynamics where it is, dare I say, even toxic, of just intense manipulation, like obsession, that kind of thing. It's ending the month. It's not a long-term thing, but you could find that that metaphorical energy is in your relationship to close out the month. However, all in all, I love this. The upside of Venus-Pluto is like till death do us part. That's why I said demolition lovers vibes here is like 100%. It's not bad per se, just ends the month on a very intense note in this relationship. If you have any thoughts or comments you want to share about how this December sounds for your life, do let me know down below. I read almost everything that I can. On the subways, usually my comment reading time, and I'm always interested in hearing about how this is showing up in your life. So do let me know down below, and I hope that this is a fun month for you, as I like the astrology of this month. I'm excited for it. The tarot card we have here for Cancer risings is, I literally reshuffled these. I pulled the same card for Gemini rising, so I'm just going to go with it because fucking universe is saying it. This is the 8 of Cups. Now, the 8 of Cups shows a guy, and he doesn't want any more. He does not want the rest of these. So he's like, I'm done. This shows not wanting what comes with more of something. You're like, I'm good. I've fucking drank enough. I don't want to throw up. So this shows you've had enough of something. You're now expanding or giving. Could be that you and your partner are working on something that's giving oriented, or your career is like, you're doing something, I don't want to say philanthropic, but it's giving oriented. Crazy to think that it was just a few years ago, alone in my NYU dorm room, that I was filming like 2017, 2018. I don't know if I don't remember the exact videos, but like that was me back then and this is me today, 2022. So small world. I will see you in the next one though, next year technically. Take care.